In the heart of an African village nestled between lush green hills and flowing rivers, there were three friends who considered each other as brothers: Kofi, Thunde, and Juma. From the moment they could walk, they were inseparable. The village elders often spoke of their bond, saying it was as strong as the baobab tree that stood at the village's center. Kofi, the oldest, was known for his wisdom and calm demeanor. Thunde, with his infectious laughter and boundless energy, was the life of any gathering. Juma, the youngest, was the dreamer, always full of stories and ideas about the future. The trio did everything together, from herding goats to swimming in the river and listening to the elders' tales by the fire. As they grew, their bond only deepened. They made a pact to support each other, no matter where life took them. But life, unpredictable as the river's flow, had its plans. Kofi, the eldest of the baobab brothers, was known throughout the village for his calm demeanor and sharp intellect. From a young age, he showed signs of a brilliant mind, often surprising the village elders with his insightful questions and keen observations. Kofi's curiosity was insatiable. He spent hours exploring the world around him, asking questions about everything he encountered. Whether it was the way the river flowed, the patterns of the stars, or the stories behind the ancient baobab tree, Kofi wanted to understand it all. When Kofi started school, it quickly became evident that he was exceptionally gifted. He excelled in every subject, from mathematics to history. His teachers often marveled at his ability to grasp complex concepts with ease and apply them in practical ways. In class, Kofi was always the first to raise his hand, eager to share his thoughts and solutions. His classmates admired his intelligence and often sought his help with their studies. Kofi was generous with his knowledge, patiently explaining difficult topics and encouraging his peers to think critically. Kofi's wisdom extended beyond academics. He had a natural ability to mediate conflicts and offer sound advice. Even the village elders would sometimes seek his perspective on community issues. His calm and thoughtful demeanor made him a trusted figure in the village, despite his young age. One particular instance of Kofi's cleverness stood out. During a period of severe drought, the village's water supply became critically low. Kofi, drawing on his knowledge of the landscape and water conservation techniques he had learned in school, proposed a plan to dig a new well in a location he believed would yield water. The village elders, impressed by his proposal, decided to follow his advice. To everyone's relief, the new well provided a steady supply of water, saving the village from potential disaster. Kofi's ingenuity and foresight earned him great respect and solidified his reputation as a problem solver. Beyond his intellect, Kofi was deeply compassionate. He cared about the well-being of everyone in the village and often used his knowledge to help those in need. Whether it was teaching farmers more efficient planting techniques or helping a neighbor build a stronger roof for their home, Kofi's actions reflected his commitment to improving his community. But fate, as unpredictable as the river's flow, had other plans. One fateful morning, at the age of 17, Kofi did not wake up. His death was a devastating blow to the village. The village was engulfed in sorrow, and the cause of his sudden death remained a mystery. His potential seemed limitless, and his absence left a void that was keenly felt by all. Yet, his wisdom and kindness had left a lasting impact. The lessons he taught and the Improvements he initiated continued to benefit the village long after his passing. Thunde and Juma were devastated, but they held on to their pact, vowing to keep Kofi's memory alive in their hearts. In the years that followed, Thunde and Juma often reflected on Kofi's legacy. They strived to live up to the high standards he had set, carrying forward his commitment to knowledge, compassion, and community service. Through their actions, Kofi's spirit lived on, guiding the village towards a brighter future. Life continued, and Thunde and Juma faced the world together, carrying the spirit of their brother Kofi with them. Their bond, though tested by grief, remained unbroken, and they moved forward with the strength that Kofi's memory gave them. And so, the story of the two brothers began. Rooted in a bond stronger than the mighty baobab and tested by the trials of life. They faced the world with courage, knowing that the spirit of their lost brother watched over them, guiding their steps. Years passed since Kofi's untimely death, but Thunde and Juma remained steadfast in their bond, determined to honor their fallen brother's memory. They worked hard, supporting their families and contributing to the village's well-being. Thunde, with his boundless energy and laughter, was a constant source of joy, while Juma, ever the dreamer, began to turn his ideas into actions. Together, they faced life's many challenges. From dealing with droughts that threatened their crops to ensuring their community's safety, the two friends worked tirelessly. They often spoke of Kofi, sharing stories of his wisdom and bravery with the younger villagers. Thunde was known throughout the village for his infectious laughter and boundless energy. His presence was like a burst of sunshine, bringing joy to everyone around him. But there was one person who held a special place in his heart, Amina. Amina was a spirited young woman with a heart as warm as Thunde's laughter. They met during a village festival, where Thunde's playful nature caught her attention. From that day forward, they were inseparable, their love blossoming like the vibrant flowers that dotted the landscape. One day, as they were working in the fields, Thunde suddenly fell ill. At first, they thought it was exhaustion, but his condition worsened rapidly. Thunde's illness came as a shock to everyone, especially Amina. She and Juma stayed by his side, providing comfort and care as he grew weaker. Their love never wavered, and Thunde found strength in their unwavering support. Even in his final days, his spirit remained joyful, and he continued to bring laughter to those around him. Despite the village healer's best efforts, Thunde's health continued to decline. Juma stayed by his side, providing comfort and care, but deep down, he feared the worst. Thunde succumbed to his illness at the age of 34, leaving Juma to face the world alone. The loss of his second brother was a heavy blow, but Juma remembered their pact and knew he had to stay strong. Amina was devastated. The village mourned the loss of a beloved friend, and Amina grieved for her soulmate. Yet, she found solace in the memories of their time together and in the impact they had made on their community. Amina continued to tend to the community garden, now a living tribute to Thunde. She taught the younger generations the skills and values she and Thunde had cherished, ensuring that their legacy would live on. The garden flourished, a vibrant reminder of the love and joy that Thunde had brought into the world. Through her efforts, Amina kept Thunde's spirit alive, sharing stories of his laughter and dreams with anyone who would listen. She remained an integral part of the village, her strength and resilience inspiring others. to cherish their loved ones and contribute to the greater good. Though Thunde did not have children of his own, his influence was felt by all the children in the village. They grew up hearing about his joyful spirit and unwavering dedication, carrying forward the lessons he and Amina had imparted. His legacy lived on through the community he had helped build and the lives he had touched with his laughter and love. In this way, Thunde's life became a testament to the enduring power of love, community, and joy. His memory remained a guiding light for the village, a reminder that even in the face of loss, the bonds we create and the love we share can continue to grow and flourish. Juma, the youngest of the Baobab brothers, grew into a man who combined the wisdom of Kofi and the joy of Thunde. With his own unique dreams and aspirations. As he matured, he became a visionary, always thinking about ways to improve his village and make a lasting impact. Juma found love in a woman named Nia, who was as kind and ambitious as he was. Nia was a skilled weaver, known for creating beautiful textiles that were admired by everyone in the village. Her creativity and dedication mirrored Juma's own, making them a perfect match. Together, Juma and Nia dreamed of a future where their village would thrive. They worked side by side, each supporting the other's endeavors. Juma took on various roles in the community, from teaching children to helping organize village activities. His innovative ideas and leadership skills quickly earned him the respect of the villagers. Juma and Nia had 3 children, 2 sons, Ao and Kwame, and a daughter, Zara. From a young age, they were taught the values of hard work, education, and community service. Juma often shared stories of Kofi's wisdom and Thunde's laughter with them, ensuring that his brothers' legacies were ingrained in their upbringing. Nia's weaving became a source of pride and income for the family. Her textiles were not only beautiful but also carried stories and symbols of their culture. Juma supported her by helping to market her creations, even arranging for them to be sold in nearby villages. This initiative helped improve their family's financial stability and brought recognition to Nia's work. Juma's dedication to his community never wavered. He spearheaded several projects aimed at improving village life, such as building a new school and establishing a health clinic. His ability to bring people together and inspire them to work towards common goals made these projects successful. One of Juma's proudest achievements was starting an education fund to support children from low-income families. He believed that every child deserved the chance to learn and grow, just as he and his brothers had. This fund enabled many children to attend school and gain the knowledge they needed to build better futures. Despite the many challenges he faced, Juma remained resilient. He often drew strength from his memories of Kofi and Thunde, remembering their pact and the promise he had made to honor their lives. His family and community were a constant source of support, helping him through difficult times. As Juma's children grew older, they followed in their parents' footsteps, contributing to the village and carrying forward the legacy of the Baobab brothers. Ao became a teacher, inspired by his father's dedication to education. Kwame, with his mother's artistic talent, became a renowned sculptor. Zara, inheriting her father's leadership skills, took on a prominent role in local governance. In his later years, Juma continued to serve as a wise elder, sharing his experiences and guiding the younger generations. He often reflected on the journey he had shared with Kofi and Thunde, feeling grateful for the love and lessons they had imparted. Juma's life was a testament to resilience, love, and community. He honored his brothers through his actions, ensuring that their spirits lived on in the hearts of those he touched. His legacy, like the ancient baobab tree, stood strong and enduring, a symbol of the power of friendship, family, and dreams. Juma had become a pillar of strength and wisdom in the village, embodying the virtues of his lost brothers. With each passing year, he told the tales of Kofi and Thunde to anyone who would listen, ensuring their spirits remained alive in the hearts of the villagers. One day, as he sat under the shade of the ancient baobab tree, Juma noticed a group of young children playing nearby. They reminded him of the days he spent with Kofi and Thunde, and a wave of nostalgia washed over him. He called the children over and began to share the story of the baobab brothers, weaving lessons of friendship, loyalty, and resilience into his tale. The children listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder. Juma's words painted vivid pictures of the adventures and dreams he had shared with his friends. He told them about Kofi's wisdom, which had guided them through many challenges, and Thunde's laughter, which had been their beacon of joy. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the village, Juma concluded his story. He reminded the children that the baobab tree was a symbol of their bond and resilience. He encouraged them to be brave, support each other, and cherish the friendships they had, just as he had with Kofi and Thunde. Juma's own children, now grown, had taken his teachings to heart. They worked diligently, contributing to the prosperity of the village, and passed on the stories of the baobab brothers to their own children. The legacy of Kofi, Thunde, and Juma was deeply woven into the fabric of the village's culture. As Juma grew older, he spent more time reflecting under the baobab tree. He felt the presence of his friends, their spirits intertwined with the roots of the ancient tree. It was here that he found solace and strength, knowing that he had honored their memory and lived a life filled with purpose and love. One evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Juma closed his eyes for the final time. He was surrounded by his family and the villagers who had come to pay their respects. His heart was at peace, knowing he had fulfilled the pact he made with Kofi and Thunde. The villagers mourned his passing but celebrated the rich legacy he left behind. The village continued to thrive, inspired by the stories of the baobab brothers. The baobab tree, under which Juma had shared so many stories, stood tall and proud, a living testament to the strength of their bond. New generations grew up hearing about the friendship that had shaped their community, ensuring that Kofi, Thunde, and Juma would never be forgotten. And so, the spirit of the baobab brothers lived on, carried forward by the love and memories of those who came after them. Their legacy became a guiding light for the village, a reminder of the enduring power of friendship and the strength that comes from honoring those we have lost.